There are just two regular season games left in the NFL season, and joining me is former Patriots running back and Super Bowl champion LeGarrette Blount. Well, first of all, thanks for joining me, but second of all, I'm going to put you right on the spot right away. What two teams do you have going to the Super Bowl this year, and why?
Thanks for having me. The two teams that I have going to the Super Bowl this year are the Philadelphia Eagles out of the NFC and the Kansas City Chiefs out of the AFC. I know everybody say the Buffalo Bills, but Kansas City have just proven time and time and time again that they're the powerhouse over there. Don't get me wrong, Buffalo is a really, really good team. Cincinnati is a really, really good team. Over there in the AFC, even the Jaguars are some slot under the what kind of under the radar teams. They're a pretty solid organization as well. But I think it's going to be the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. That's going to be a fireworks type of Super Bowl.
Well, time will only tell, but as a player, what's this time of year like right before the playoffs, both physically and mentally?
Man, physically you're pretty drained. This is where your love for the sport, your passion, all of that kicks in and kicks you into overdrive to make sure that you have enough energy to continue to go into the building and continue to go out there and perform at your highest. You're not in tip top physical condition anymore. You have banged up knees, banged up ankles, elbows, or whatever you want to call it. Um, but you gotta use what has gotten you there. Your passion, your heart, dig deep and be able to bring those things to the table and bring those things out of you in order for you to continue to play at a high level. Mentally, man, staring at the iPad for hours and hours and hours every day on end. It does get really mentally draining. So you got to do things to stay engaged. I know it's stay locked in on the playoffs and on football and put everything away and just concentrate on us now. That's the mentality in New England. But sometimes, man, it is good to just wind down and probably watch a show with the kids or take them to a Patriot place or things like that, just to be able to balance it out. Because it can get overwhelming towards the end of the season. It can get really overwhelming, especially if you're in the position the Patriots are in, to where everything matters and everything counts at this moment.
Yeah, and looking at how different the AFC is this year compared to past years and when you were a player, does it shock you at all seeing certain teams step out there and be really good versus teams that are now suddenly not doing as well that used to be really good?
Oh yeah, it definitely it's not shocking. It's just kind of the circle of life when it comes to the NFL. You're going to get teams that are going to be really, really good. If they got the right management, the right GM, the right coaches, they can be really good for a really long time. And you got the teams, that are still slowly grinding their way up. The Dolphins are slowly still grinding their way up. The Jaguars are slowly grinding their way up. Obviously the Cincinnati Bengals weren't good when I was playing. They were never good when I was playing, but they were good last year and they're really good this year. So it's good to see. I mean, granted, I'm not a hater, but all these teams that we're seeing doing really well right now, they had a lot of first round draft picks in the recent years. They've had a lot of first round draft picks. They've had a lot of extra money to spend on guys leaving other teams that they can pay to come to their team. And unfortunately, the Patriots are just one of those teams that aren't willing to spend that type of money to get the type of players that they need to be competitive. Nowadays, this league is getting younger and younger. It's getting faster. It's getting more physical. The offenses are changing. New England better jump on the bandwagon and start spending some money if they want to get the type of players that these guys have out here, because the quarterback market is going to be flooded next year.
That's
I'm
right.
just saying. I'm just saying.
I mean, listen, looking at even the current state of the quarterback situation in the NFL right now with Derek Carr getting benched this week, a bunch of different stuff going on. I mean, honestly, nothing surprises me at this point. I don't know about you.
Nah, I'm with you 100%. Nothing surprises me is I don't know why you would that's just Josh. I don't know what I don't know what I don't know what his what his motive is or what his what his plan is moving forward. I'm not benching Derek Carr. The quarterback behind Derek Carr is Jarrett Stidham. I don't think that he is a starting quarterback in the NFL. That's no hate towards him or anything, but Derek Carr is a million times better. You've rocked with him all season. There's no need to bench him for the last 2 games of the season. He's the reason that you got he's the reason that you have probably the best receiver in the NFL on your team. So I'm ready to see how the locker room and how the team and the organization react to this because I can tell from Devontae's interview after finding out that Derek Carr was benched, I could tell that he was just kind of not really feeling it, not really feeling that decision, not really feeling Josh. But he took the professional route. Hey, I got a couple more games left. We're trying to get in position to win. I'm gonna go out there and do my job, which is, that's what he has to do. That's what he should do. But man, it is unfortunate for those guys, and you got a lot of young quarterbacks coming in. So hopefully that doesn't crumble over there, and Josh don't do anything to get hated by the Las Vegas Raiders because you are in Vegas.
Oh, yeah. Well, once again, we always appreciate your perspective, LeGarrette. Thanks so much for your time and have a happy new year.
Thanks, Meredith. I always appreciate it. Thank you guys. Have a happy new year.